A U.S. official confirmed on March 18 that Israeli forces have killed one of the highest-ranking military leaders of Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Marwan Issa, deputy commander of Hamas's military wing, believed to be the group's number 3 leader, was killed in an Israeli attack this month in the heart of Gaza, said Jake Sullivan, U.S. President Joe Biden's national security advisor said. On the morning of March 18, the Israeli military announced that it was carrying out a precision operation at the largest Al-Shifa hospital in the Gaza Strip, citing intelligence that the area was being occupied by members of the Gaza Strip. Hamas senior officials use it as a base. Gaza's Ministry of Health confirmed that communications had been completely cut off and there were reports that many people were killed or injured. It was not immediately possible to verify the statements of both sides. Hamas itself did not immediately comment on Mr. Sullivan's statement, while the Israeli military refused to comment on the statement. A senior Israeli official only said that the country has not confirmed the death of Deputy Commander Issa, but there are many signs that he was eliminated. Issa, who was nicknamed Ghost by Palestinians thanks to his technique of evading enemies, rose to the 3rd position in the Islamic militia. He and 2 other top leaders of Hamas established a secret military council, consisting of 3 heads of Hamas. They planned the October 7 raid and are believed to have commanded military operations from the tunnels and streets behind Gaza from that point on. About 1,200 people were killed and about 253 people were kidnapped as hostages on October 7, according to data from Israel. This is the deadliest attack in the 75-year history of Israel's founding. Outraged, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government vowed to take the lives of 3 people: Yahya Sinwar, leader of Hamas in Gaza, Mohammed Deif, head of the military wing, and Issa, his subordinate. Issa's death will be a fatal blow for Hamas, which is facing a combined air and ground campaign by Israel to destroy this force, which has destroyed its stronghold in the Gaza Strip and killed many people. Nearly 32,000 people died, according to the Palestinian Authority. Issa's killing could also complicate efforts to agree a ceasefire and release the hostages, although Israel says negotiations are taking place through mediators from Egypt and Qatar. When asked about the news of Issa's death, a Hamas source said it could be a psychological warfare attack by Israel. Issa is the person who helped strengthen Hamas's military capabilities, including missiles. According to Hamas sources, Issa learned survival techniques from Deif, who survived 7 Israeli assassination attempts, which left him disfigured and confined to a wheelchair. Issa, born in 1965, was on Israel's most wanted list and was wounded in a 2006 assassination attempt during the Deif meeting. Israeli warplanes also destroyed his house twice during the invasions of Gaza in 2014 and 2021, killing his older brother. Issa's son, a frequent supporter of Hamas, died in an Israeli airstrike in the central Gaza Strip in December. The United States labeled Issa a specially designated global terrorist in September 2019. Like Deif, Issa's features were unknown to the public until 2011 when he appeared in a group photo taken during a prisoner exchange with Israel that he arranged. Palestinian sources speculate that the 3 top Hamas leaders are holed up in long, complex tunnels beneath the Strip, but they could be anywhere in Gaza, one of the world's most populous places. Gender. Issa, perhaps the most mysterious of the 3, has been involved in many important decisions for Hamas in recent years. All 3 were born into refugee families who fled or were expelled in 1948 from areas within the newly established State of Israel. All 3 had spent many years in prison in Israel. Issa had spent 5 years in prison since 1987. Sinwar served 22 years after being jailed in 1988 for kidnapping and murdering 2 Israeli soldiers and murdering 4 Palestinian collaborators. Sinwar is the most prominent figure among the 1,027 Palestinians released by Israel in 2011 in exchange for one of the Israeli soldiers, Gilad Shalit, captured by Hamas in a cross-border raid 5 years earlier. Issa was among the Hamas leaders who negotiated for Sinwar's release. Gerhard Konrad, a mediator with the German intelligence service, BND, from 2009 to 2011, was one of the few people who met Issa when negotiating the Shalit prisoner exchange. Hamas's eternal rival, the Palestinian Authority, arrested Issa and several other militants in connection with Hamas suicide attacks inside Israel in 1997. Israel once eliminated Hamas leaders, including the force's founder, Sheikh Ahmed Yassin, and former leader Abdelaziz al-Rantizi, who were assassinated in an airstrike last year.